All right, welcome to the fitness scaling model of Project Starlit. You guys are gonna get plug and play funnels, websites, landing pages, entire lead gen playbooks and systems with offer creation, everything else, the internal plays, the external plays you can use, whether those are challenges, whether those are um, webinars, whether those are workshops, whether it's combination of giveaways and irresistible like things that you do or consults or whatever. You will learn what you're doing wrong right now and how you can replace it. Even those of you who have existing setups that are not converting as high, you can take the stuff here and just add that to your own because most of that is already set and that should allow you to get better results. We will cover lead nurture obviously because many times like that's one of the other bottlenecks. So maximizing show up rates, getting them framed for sales, and then obviously the sales themselves, so you'll get high ticket scripts, one to many, one-on-ones, medium tickets. You guys will get the sales plays that you could use, the money back guarantees, the bonuses, exclusive offers, all of those things, the contracts, how to structure the pricing, things like that. Obviously, there's fulfillment. So, which is an area where most businesses fail out. So, onboarding clients, how to retain them, exit interviews, accountability checks, member events, as well as pretty much like leadership, hiring VAs, interview processes, retention, ascension offers, and things like that, and moving people across that to maximize your LTV so you make the most per client in this extremely competitive industry. I have spent the last 3 weeks completely engrossed in building this thing that you guys are going to get access to right now. And the entire point of Project Starlit was seeing to what bounds can I push a business and push systematically a model that to see how far it can scale and how much successful it can be and how fast that can happen. And that's why, if it is done with the right systems, and these are the right systems that have been built for that, right? So why should you listen to me or who am I? I have marketed hundreds of businesses, almost like 1,000, in terms of the campaigns and the funnels and everything else that we ran, as well as consulted with them, worked with them, and during those that, like my previous workspace, I did get a lot of exposure, but even otherwise with the circles that I used to have, where I would go to, like we used to host some of the biggest business conferences in the country. Um, but Anyways, so with those, like you would see a lot of people in the fitness space who would come up to you and I would get to interact with them. And this was kind of the most problem solution focused model because there were things that they were struggling with that we were able to resolve and find the bottlenecks and fix them. Um, in this competitive industry and build things that are really easy that you could just execute right away, right? So the goal was to take all those systems, consolidate them, develop them properly, um, set up those players and give you guys access to it. And that's what this model is pretty much about. I originally started building these trainings, to be honest, for myself and businesses that I was potentially hoping to work with in terms of actually part of the portfolio. I don't plan on selling courses or teaching or doing a marketing agency or any of that stuff. Um, the goal was to actually scale businesses, not to teach people how to scale businesses. So this is sort of like record keeping trainings that I made for my team, as well as anyone else who I would have worked with directly or partnered with who can use them and implement them. And I had equity in those businesses or something like that, right? So the point being that this system was originally built for, like, I didn't hold back. I wanted it to be as good as possible because I wanted it to work. Because I would be applying the same thing, or we have applied the same thing in the past, right? And the thing is that, um, especially like in the fitness space, it is one of the most competitive industries. Like advertising is difficult. There are lots of influencers who have tons of big followings and look really attractive. And you guys here might be gym owners or business owners or online entrepreneurs or hybrid coaches or personal trainers or whatever. And this is for everybody in the fitness space. And you're struggling to get clients, or you spend all this money in your gym, or you're spending all this time building content, or you're just relying on referrals and you're like worried about these like tiny sums of money as well as all of these unexpected challenges that you're facing because your business doesn't have the leverage to allow you to take those risks or survive, right? The thing is, I get that. I have seen that. I have experienced that myself. Now, and that's why these systems were there to fix that for you. And even if you don't apply all of them, and you can take some of those, that should make life a lot easier. Again, this isn't something like this wasn't made to sell anything, so it's pretty much all of it is in front of you. Um, and my goal, and in 4 5 videos, so I do apologize for them if they're not as good because they were not made to be good. And I feel like my camera is getting a bit blurry. Finally, progress is fine. All right. So the thing is that many of you guys in the fitness space go in thinking that you're going to get access to like you're good at your workouts and you're good at what you do. But then you end up realizing when you actually start executing it that it's completely different and it's difficult, right? That you now have to market, now you have to make sales, and those are things you didn't expect beforehand. And now you need to learn business and you need to do admin work and you need to handle customers who are angry and your staff who's lazy and your don't know things that you want to fix because you have problems you never experienced before and you don't know the solutions for them. Um, this was made to potentially at least help you resolve that based on the principles and things that I know. It was made to help me resolve that as well. And I will share the portal briefly in a second, but I'm not a like you might be wondering why should I listen to somebody who's not Mr. Olympia or somebody who has a really decent physique at least? Well, um, I might not be an expert in the working out side of things, but I'm definitely extremely proficient and good. Um, I won't say I'm the best, but I would say I'm not the worst either. I'm kind of definitely better. When it comes to building the models and the business structures and the strategies and things like that. And I have observed a lot and I've seen the mistakes made, and all of these lessons and things here are the things that are done wrong and they're made really easy to implement so you can just take them away, right? The thing is, like I said earlier, do you guys hate the people who come to the gym and just work out for a week and leave? Or imagine they go to the gym and they just do bicep curls the whole time and then they go. Many of you are like that with your business. Like, you need to train on all of these different models and skills, just like how you would build your own physique, right? So think of like marketing as like your legs. And you guys don't train legs, so you have chicken legs. That's why they're horrible. And you don't want to learn how to use this new different workout routine that you could probably learn in 10 minutes, but it feels overwhelming. Same thing here. Sales, same process. Many of you are really good at sales, but at the same time, the product you're selling is not made right, or the leverage you have over sales isn't done right, and you'll learn how to fix that over here. Um, because if you were doing something right, you wouldn't be like the people who are probably getting access to this. I'm assuming you're not somebody with 2 million followers and like a really successful business. You're probably someone who's in the early stages or in the middle stages, or a gym who like doesn't matter how much revenue you're making, but your net cash flow is like going negative or not enough to keep your life the freedom that you wanted. And this allows you to resolve that. But the thing is, you guys are really good, and and this is fun. Business is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be the challenge because you get to meet people and you get to change their lives and you get to make a difference to them that there are so many people who haven't met you yet and you can transform their life for them, right? Health is and fitness is one of the most important aspects that is directly correlated to everything else. Also, one of the reasons why I'm making this because I want to see if I indirectly can help people transform through those who apply these lessons. But the other thing is that you need to go through those growth pains too. Look at something you're bad at from the lens of something you're good at. So if you don't understand hiring processes or who to hire, or you don't understand paid ads and all those funnel building and landing page building and stuff like that, or if you don't understand retention strategies or you don't want to change your pricing, you kind of have to go through growth pains. They're painful for a reason. The fiber breaks down. It comes back stronger. You learn thing. You hit the ceiling. You hit the bottleneck. You break it up and you go past that, right? That's what we are going to try to do here. Now, I'll quickly share over the landing page in the portal and what it could look like. So this is probably the introductory page that you guys would get access to. Obviously, everything that is included, I briefly mentioned the models and things like that, but I'll just go deeper. So obviously, lead gen, you have Canva, like you have frameworks, cold outreach, warm outreach, affiliate processes, um, lead scraping, paid ads stuff, plug and play templates, funnels, websites. Many of you are using link trees. Please stop doing that. Um, as well as lead nurture systems. So you have like questionnaires, workflows, a bunch of things. There's a lot more. This is just what I could fit on the first funnel. Like same for sales. You have high ticket, you have slides, you have one-on-ones, one-to-manys, you have the models, you have all of those things. Obviously, you guys have fulfillment. You have like the building the culture, interview scripts, client employee onboarding, setting expectations, all that stuff. Retention strategies, exit interviews, um, community building, all of those things are included over here. Pretty much like when you get started, it directly takes you to the videos, and in those, you can just click on below. And that should give you access to the resources, the content. Again, it's absolutely free. I don't have anything to sell you. As a matter of fact, I'm validating and polishing the model. That's why it is called version 0.1. Because as time goes on, I'll keep on adding more players and keep on developing it more and adding more sales playbooks and business playbooks and different things that you could add to your existing revenue, and which is the other thing, supplement sales. All of these other things that you could add to increase your revenue, the business concepts, maximizing your LTV, client financed acquisition, all of those things that we're aiming for, we will try to get all of those done here. So life is easy for both of us. Again, if you want, you don't have to apply all of this right away. You can just watch it and take the things that interest you and implement them. You don't have to watch the whole thing either. At the top, there'll be menu bars. You can navigate to the section you want to. Um, but no matter what you do, at least don't like if you don't like where you are, then don't stay where you are, right? And if this is something that allows you to change and make a bigger difference and create a bigger impact, then do that. Why not? You only live once. And I will see you guys in the next video.